Hey, what's up, y'all? What's the business? It's your girl once again back with another live video. I said I was gonna stay consistent, so I'm keeping my word. And you know, it's pretty much for me just another page in the diary slash journal. Um, so just a pretty much update and continuation and a building on the generational curse breaking videos. Um, Decided to name this video a purpose driven life part one, because as my husband said, the curse has been broken. So you know we are living a purpose driven life. Basically, living with the reality of what, babe? Living with the reality of what?
These extenuating circumstances. What that means is that if it's beyond normal, then how can you really respond to something that's beyond normal other than the paranormal, which is take it and reverse it. So in order to reverse a curse, you know what I'm saying, you got to take it and you got to uncover it. You got to reveal it. You got to name it. You see what I'm saying? It's got to have a name.
So,
just speak freely. Don't worry about what nobody thinks.
Well, today is my dad's birthday. It's November 1st. And what's that, Scorpio season. And with the generational curse being broken, and it being my dad's birthday today, I've been doing a lot of reflecting as usual, but probably a little more than usual, being what's been revealed, and I don't know, man. I can't help but to go back to my move from Kentucky to Florida. And per my dad's suggestion that I move to Florida, specifically South Florida. And so...
Tell them what the job was you're supposed to be doing.
Okay, so my dad has a post-construction cleanup company called... Facility Maintenance Services.
What was you supposed to be doing?
I was supposed to be getting contracts for the business, for the company. So my job was to contact
potential contracts.
Yeah, potential contracts.
Well, tell them why that didn't work out.
Well, it did not work out. For one, I didn't have child care assistance. I didn't have that in place. And then for two, I didn't have the financial back end that I need to be able to properly, execute.
So he suggested you move down here.
And just so happened, he suggested me to move down here right before the pandemic.
Okay, but if he suggested you to move down here, then things should have been in place. So what was you staying there when you first came down here?
Well, when I first came down here, I was staying with Shaquita's sister, Rashawn.
Okay.
And I stayed there for about a couple of months until I found a place to live. But, it's just been a series of events, situations that's happened that, I think back on, and I'm like, wow, God spared my life, pretty much. For one, it had came to a situation to where, I had to choose between making sure I secured shelter, safe shelter for me and my children, or continuing the car payment on my car that I had at the time. So when I first moved down here, my vehicle ended up being repossessed. Um, so I had to secure another vehicle, and I ended up buying a good, reliable car actually from a mechanic down here in South Florida, and so I paid for it with my own money, cash. I think it was $3,500, and however, you know, I guess Dad, he did help. He did put down some money on securing the deposit for the condo. However, that was like pulling teeth because he really didn't want to do it. I just don't understand how a father suggests for his single mother daughter, you know what I'm saying, to come to a foreign place. You know, granted, I am from Florida, but I'm not from South Florida. I'm from North Florida. And it was just like, you know, cut and dry. You know, when I got down here, it's like he left me for dead, pretty much. You know, the financial backing wasn't there. Not even the emotional support. That wasn't even there. You know, it's hard to just leave from a place that you've been living for a long time and just uprooting your two children and moving to a totally different place that's, you know, outside of your comfort zone. And then, you know, it's culturally diverse down here, so, you know, it was just a lot of adjustment that I had to, you know, that I had to endure. However, you know, thinking back, I just don't understand. I don't understand that. Like, how can I get all the way down here, you know, thinking that I got a job with my dad, only for him to abandon me and pretty much tell me to get it out the mud.
Well, tell them how it happened. Tell them how you was working for him at first. You got him a few contracts, you know what I'm saying? And then tell them why
well, so initially, you know, I was working for the company. I had put me a little plan together, and I had went out and I started looking for contracts for the company. And I got I got some leads on some contracts, and I would pretty much give them the information, and, you know, I guess they would follow up with the leads that I would get. Well, anyways, you know, I started to ask, like, what was my percentage gonna be, and, well, not my percentage, but I was asking about the square footage and just like the different dynamics of finding out how much a job would be, to see for myself how much my percentage was gonna be. And it's like, once I started asking those questions, then it's like, you know, he was like, well, I have a team for that. And so, you know, maybe I'm feeling entitled, but I would think that, you know, me being 38 years old, coming to South Florida with 2 children, that it'd be worth it for both parties and beneficial for both parties. And in my eyes, what I've seen in my experience when other cultures do it, like the Chinese, the Arabs, and so on, the Hispanics, when they get together and they form a family business that is under the, you know, that the children that work for the business, rightfully so, will, you know, one day take position.
So they got to know the business, in order to do that, they got to know the business. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And so it's not like they didn't know my work ethic. I would think that that was part of the reason why they would send me down here. And then not only that, my dad said that he wanted to invest in my artistry, being that, you know, I do music And you know, I consider myself to be talented, and my daughter is talented. She's equally talented and more. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I felt like, okay, I felt good about the situation, knowing that, you know, I would have a career. Um, you know, either way, you know what I'm saying? Like, I knew that if I had the financial backing that I never had, that I knew that I was going to do my part. Like, that for me was not even in question. So when I get down here, after being promised these things, everything fell through. For instance, um, you know, because of the pandemic, um, school closed. So there was no school, there was no daycare, even in the midst of me trying to sign my son, who wasn't school age, into daycare. Um, it was none of that. Y'all know that.
Right.
So parents had to stay home with their children. So I wasn't able to like go out onto the sites anymore as far as getting contracts. Um, but for me, you know, looking back, that shouldn't even been a problem, because for the most part, I spent all my time on the phone. I kept a log of every conversation that I had. I kept a log on what the conversation was about, as far as, you know, what the project manager would tell me if he said, you know, we're not interested, or call back, or, you know, whatever it was, I documented everything. So I know that I was doing my job proficiently. Um, and not only that, on the other end, as far as me working on my craft with my music and stuff, I was writing songs. I was helping my daughter write songs. She was going to her piano lessons. That my dad paid for the piano lessons for my daughter to take. Um, and he had got me a publicist as well. Well, anyways, the publicist was doing her job. Like, everything, you know what I'm saying, was, for me, my perspective, everything was running just fine, going just fine. Um, the publicist ended up helping me become a Grammy contender. Um, and for real, you know, I know there's a lot of politics in the music business and stuff, but really, she listened to the songs outside of the song that she submitted, which was Hands Up. She liked a lot of my songs, and not only that, she felt that I could do some acting as well. So she was really like um, doing what she was being paid to do. My dad told me that I didn't have to worry about any money when it came to my music campaign, that he was gonna pay for everything, because he believed in me, and I believed that. I didn't have no choice but to leave that. I believed everything from going back to before we even moved to Kentucky, when my dad first got out of the penitentiary, and he said family was the first business. You know what I'm saying? So I believed in him. And when things started jumping off, it was like, you know, he sabotaged it. Like, this lady was about to start getting my music played all around the United States. They were gonna take me back to Tallahassee to perform, and then they had a really big venue for me to do in Alabama. So I knew that she was capable of doing these things, because in less than 2 or 3 months of her working with me, I was a Grammy contender in 2 Billboard magazines. So, you know, I don't even like talking about this, because I already know, like, the criticism of other people because I sound like a bitter rapper. You know what I'm saying? Or a bitter person. But in this case, it's really not the case. And, you know, I think that the more I'm communicating, it's therapeutic, because I feel like the more I put it out there in the universe, I feel like I'll get the answers that I'm looking for, especially being that I'm not able to get the answers from the source. And I just realized that, you know, even though my dad taught me all these principles, I don't know, and I don't think that he believes in the principles that he preached. You know what I'm saying? And it's hurtful for me, because when I was growing up, like, my dad was my hero. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just imagine, like, a black man get out of prison, you know, in the 90s, and, you know, coming in and saving the day. And in my mind, this is what's going on. You know what I'm saying? He's Superman, because my mom was out here in these streets fucking up, and he came out of prison with a plan for his children and his family. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't know what all that plan consisted of. So I'm looking at my dad in a totally different way. And when I go back and look at events and certain things that happen, I can't help but think, like, the person that I looked up to, you know what I'm saying, as my superhero.
Why after all the hard work and all the sacrifice?
Why after all the hard work and sacrifice?
You didn't pay the publicist.
You know, he didn't pay the publicist. And I couldn't keep my job. You know what I'm saying? Family.
Hold on. And told you to go do some event in New York.
Yeah, so okay. So this was the crossroads. This is what happened as far as why I didn't go to the next level with the music after I became a Grammy contender. So my publicist had she had a package to where my music would be, you know, nationally played, syndicated or whatever on the radio, and also that I would have a big campaign, like a big like coming out, like a big show to let everybody know who I was and stuff like that in Alabama. And my dad ended up not paying her. You know what I'm saying? He told me that whenever they talked about money, to refer them and direct them back to him. So that's what I would do. Like anytime money ever was mentioned or whatever, I would just say, okay, my dad says talk to him about the money and he'll take care of it, because that's what he told me. So that's what I told them. So after he abandoned me, you know what I'm saying, with the facility maintenance services group or whatever job, then he ended up sabotaging the whole music thing, because he ended up telling the publicist to come to me for the money. In the end, he ended up telling her to come to me for the bill. He ended up taking us off course and letting us, me and Lil Frankie, perform at some type of high-end event in New York. And I just don't understand why would he take off, huh?
A plate dinner.
It was a plate dinner. I think it was like
a fundraiser for the Masons. Shit. Why they was looking at you like
I don't know.
crazy?
It was like what, $300, $400 worth a plate or something like that. And then I don't know how much it cost altogether to get into a to the venue, but you had to have a lot of money to get into this event in New York. So I don't know why he felt the need to not go along with the publicist he bought to me. I didn't reach out to that publicist. He bought the publicist to me. So, you know, I just don't understand why he would get off of the plan and do something totally left that, you know, that we hadn't talked about initially. Um, Not only that, when I moved to Florida after I had lost my job with him, I had started door dashing. You know, after he ended up not paying the bill with my publicist for my music career, you know, I started feeling really like paranoid. Like, I don't know. I called my dad, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, Dad, you know, I'm feeling real paranoid. I don't feel right. The vibe ain't right. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel safe. I feel like I'm in danger. That's what I said to my dad when the pandemic first hit. And you know what he said to me? He said that, nah, he said, you shouldn't feel like that. This is the time right now to get money. This is the time to get money right now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just thinking back, like, how the fuck was I supposed to get money when the whole, you know what I'm saying? Like, you pretty much fired me. You know what I'm saying? You let me go. Well, you didn't let me go due to the pandemic. You had to, you know what I'm saying? Like, because of the, you know, you told me it was better to collect a check and get money, you know. But I'm like, okay, so you know there's no child care. School is not operating right now. How the fuck am I going to get money? Through the government?
No, break it down. Break it down for what it's worth, though. What could you do? What were your options at that point?
DoorDash.
Okay, then you took the most honorable route, DoorDashing.
Yes.
And then your car breakdown. If you asked this pussy ass nigga to help you get your car fixed, at least he said get money, then you was doing it.
Yeah, I was getting money.
And then you asked him to get your car fixed, he can't do that. Matter of fact, I'm almost sure he damn near sabotaged your car.
I think he did too.
You did? That's crazy.
You know, I took my car to Jiffy Lube. Like, I don't know if y'all know. You know what I'm saying?
Where's your court battle with Jiffy Lube? You know what I'm saying? Just the motherfucker make them pay lawyer fees. Trust me.
I took my car to Jiffy Lube, and they ended up
they put a hole
putting a hole in my radiator on purpose. On purpose.
First we thought they made a mistake, and then they tried to cover it up. But come to find out, after I caught one of them niggas off work, he can't tell the truth.
You know what I'm saying? I was on the phone with Dad that day too, and Dad always tell me he always go to Jiffy Lube.
And the day I got down here, well, maybe I got down here a couple days before that shit happened. No, you took it to Jiffy Lube, then I came, like the next day or some shit.
Like a few days
like
later.
A few days later.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
And then, no. It was like, because I had went to Kentucky.
And then that motherfucker
so it was like,
yeah, well, I'm just
when I came back from Kentucky.
It's a miracle you made it to Kentucky and back. You took
I
it
didn't
after you came.
I flew on the plane to Kentucky.
Yeah, because I was going to say, no way you drove that motherfucker.
Remember I went to Kentucky?
Busted radiator. Hey, but look though, the radiator was busted. We don't know why the car's overheating, because hell, why should the radiator be busted? So for a couple of days, I'm putting water in this motherfucker. Then I said, oh, fuck that. I took the car back up there. This motherfucker named Lance. And this other monkey looking ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? They was acting really scary. Because, you know, I was on my man shit. Nigga, y'all play her for all this money. Y'all bust her fucking radiator. Y'all need to fix this shit. Well, needless to say, we get them to fix every motherfucking thing on the car, but back then the motor was fucked up. But we don't know this at this time. But, you know, basically what we're trying to do is, she needs to DoorDash, and I need her to DoorDash, because I need to DoorDash too. Shit, we both gotta get some money. So the reality of it was, bro, you put her in this situation, the least you can do is pay Blue whatever to get her motor fixed. Fix the motor. When nobody else even called you or needed you at that point. But also, something else was strange. When I got here, she kind of butted up with this one nigga who she met at the store from New York. And you know, when I first met him, you know what I'm saying? It was
What's up, sis?
It was a really weird kind of.
God is good, sis.
It was a really weird kind of, let's see, meeting. You know what I'm saying? And then the next few times, but about the fourth time, he called Surreal the devil. And he stayed far, far away, if he's even still alive.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying? Because he was on some bullshit. And see, I'm one, so I smell one when I see one. And trust me, he knew he was sitting across from one, like a Jeffrey Dahmer type. So his ass ran for the fucking hills. Because he knew he was going to lose his motherfucking life. He definitely was going to lose this war. Easily. That would have been easy. Easy work. And he was a healer for real. But it would have been easy work. Because what he's trying to do is get a mirror away from her, starve her out, strangle her out. Then yeah, it'd be a good idea to send your daughter back because you don't want to go back to Lexington or failure. See what I'm saying? So you're going to try to tough it out because they know your behavior, they know your attitude, they know your character. You're going to stick it out. And you're going to supposed to stick it out against all odds and you send your daughter back to Lexington, you're going to have to be a woman then to get your money. And they knew that. And they had just the right motherfucker around you to get you somewhere and then be like a motherfucking situation. What happened to you? Shit. She got caught up in a shootout at a party or anything. Tell you, when the cat's away, the mice will play, man. Any woman who's a single mama who's been going through all the shit she been going through in her lifetime, get to South Florida and don't have no children but her back's up against the wall, fuck you think she gonna do? It's by the grace of God that I came.
Absolutely. You already know, sis.
It was by
and
the
I
grace
can't
of
wait
God
till y'all
that I
come
came.
back down here too, for real. But yeah. Huh?
Boy,
Buy
don't do
some,
you.
buy Mary. For real. You didn't
Don't
say
do you.
excuse
You don't worry about doing
me or nothing.
Have a good time. Watch TV. Or you do some homework.
Yeah, we in the garage, sis. You know, I said we was gonna start calling this the Garage Chronicles. But yeah, like when I got down here, you know, like my dad did all this promising, all this suggesting, all this supposedly he's supposed to be advising and stuff, you know, and really what he did was he sabotaged me every step of the way. Every step of the way. But then when I look back, I'm like, damn, you know, that's been going on. Like, you know, cut and dry, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then you reward the children who follow along with the game plan. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You said Frankie on a world tour. He gets rewarded for bad behavior. Happy birthday. See, y'all stand there like a sore thumb because you don't care. You stick out like a sore thumb, bro, because you said that money's power, and you think most people gonna bow down to that. See, you should show some principles for real, like tell your real principles, because they ain't just all positive principles. There's negative principles too. You know what I'm saying? Do unto others as you don't want done unto you. Nah, that don't work over here in my universe. You do unto others as you have them do unto you. And trust me, it's going to get done unto you. So are we invited to Thanksgiving in Tallahassee?
Thank you, Camille. Thank you, sis, for real.
Yeah,
I
for real.
appreciate it. And I'm proud of the mother, the wife. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of you, and thank you for demonstrating that too for all these years. Camille said 2 negatives equal a positive. That's what my husband always say.
Every time. Every time.
True.
So Rose invited us to Thanksgiving.
So my Aunt Rose, my dad's sister, one of his sisters, he named me after her. She invited us to Thanksgiving, and we was gonna go to Havana where she lives, you know, to have Thanksgiving with her. I'm really not all the way into the holidays and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? However, I'm humbling myself to go see my auntie because my auntie's not in the best condition. And, you know what I'm saying? True that. Camille said, that's why he's my brother. Fuck you mean? So, you know, we got invited to Havana / Tallahassee for Thanksgiving dinner. And I talked to my auntie yesterday because I hadn't talked to her in a while, especially since I have been making these videos and stuff. Like, I don't really be trying to, you know, reach out to people because I don't know who I've offended, who I haven't offended. You know, I really don't know, but that's not even my concern. However, I'm still concerned about my auntie's well-being because that is my auntie. So I called my auntie yesterday. She's got Parkinson's, and it's affecting her ability to speak. So she has a caretaker there that helps her. And so I asked my auntie, because my auntie, she was asking me questions. You know what I'm saying? It's stuff she want to know, and I'm pretty sure she want to know before possibly she might not even be able to talk no more. So, you know, she asked me, she said, who is your brother? Like, I know he's my nephew, of course, but who is he? She's talking about my brother, Anshay. You know, and like I told Aunt Rose, I said, shit, maybe you know him better than me. You feel me? Because I'm not really sure who my brother is. I thought I knew, you know, but I can't say 100% that I really know who he is. One thing about my family, you don't really get to know the full extent of who anybody is because that's just the way they operate. You know, I don't know who my dad is. I couldn't tell you. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know him better than y'all might. Some people in the community might know him better than me. I don't know who my brothers are. Y'all might know him better than me. My sister, I definitely don't know who she is. I don't even think I even seen her show any form of emotions. Maybe I've seen her cry maybe once. I can't even, I tried to think to see, you know what I'm saying? But I don't even know. So I don't know these people. The friends of these people or the associates or, you know, people that deal with them on a regular basis, y'all might know them better than me. But, you know, to my Aunt Rose, as far as her asking me who my brother is, Anshay particularly, I don't really know who he is. I can tell you who I thought he was, but I can't tell you who he is. You know. So that's that. Now, as far as us going to Thanksgiving to see my Aunt Rose, I don't know. I know she want us to come, and that's her home. However, being in the condition and the state that she's in, I don't think that decision is solely up to her because, you know, her family is going to be there. Well, our family is going to be there. And, you know, I think that if we're invited to come, then we should get confirmation from the people who are not power of attorney, but who's seeing over her at this time, like making sure that everything is running well as far as with her well-being and taking care of. Y'all know, you know, for some of y'all who don't know or just might be just tuning in, like I got two sides of the family. Both sides of my families are from the same place, ultimately. So I do have other family members that I could go see on my mom's side, but this situation and this dialogue that I'm having, you know what I'm saying, I think that it's affected both sides of my family. And honestly, you know, I don't know who might been offended by what I've already said.
And Tim's gonna pull up, and Tim's gonna pull up anyway. You know what I'm saying? And y'all can tell us to my face that no, we don't want you here. Which what you're not gonna do is get away. So Miss Rose, Aunt Rose said that we could come to her house. She didn't care about whatever.
She said she wanted us there. Yeah, she didn't say we can come. She said she wanted us there.
And she said she didn't care about what was going on. Same thing ain't Bitsy. So as far as Timothy's concerned, y'all gonna have to turn us around in my face.
Now, as far as me, as a virtuous wife, you know what I'm saying, and a nurturer to these children, like, I don't know if I feel comfortable bringing my children there, you know what I'm saying, Like I'm fully.
They shouldn't feel comfortable with you bringing our children there. For real. It ain't you that should be uncomfortable. It's them. Because I'm going to be that much more a dog.
So, you know, if my dad is there, you know what I'm saying, his sisters and brothers are there.
And I'm going to come by myself. Yeah, that part. I'm going to come by myself. Yeah, I'm not going to have nobody in the bushes. I'm going to come by myself. So if you plotting or planning, you better come correct. Because I'm going to dog walk anything to move funny about these two babies.
Yeah, Camille said that's a hard one. She said, me personally, I wouldn't.
We ain't proving nothing. I'm not going to prove nothing. That's the right thing to do. Shit, Aunt Rose might not be able to talk or might not be here. Shit. And your Aunt Bet might not be here. That's where your grandmama lived at.
She said too uncomfortable to eat or anything. Nah.
I ain't gonna eat. We not gonna eat. We gonna go see Rose like we said we was. We gonna hug her and love on her, kiss her, all that. All in front of her if they want us to. And if they want to speak, they can speak. But we don't want to hear nothing but the truth. Otherwise, shut the fuck up. But ain't nobody gonna be scared of y'all. It's all y'all against me. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm not gonna show nobody else. 3 brothers and 2 sisters. Let's go. Happy Thanksgiving, Alabama. And I'm going by 8 bits.
Well,
yeah.
You know, what's not gonna happen is my children are not gonna be casualty of war. Our children are not gonna be casualty of war. You know what I'm saying?
They be dumb to do anything but say hey and bye. You dig? Because we putting it on record.
Oh,
so if we show up to any of these places and anything go down, I'm gonna get off. So ain't nobody gonna put nobody in danger but them. And I know how to shoot everybody but Rose. Shit. Fuck that shit. Y'all better motherfuckers just play high. I'll tell the truth. But I'm gonna go see Rose and 8-bit. Fuck them. Yeah, that part.
You know, back to the
sabotage and debauchery. Back to that.
Back to the, the sabotaging as far as with my dad and stuff.
Yeah, the only reason why we're doing this is because somebody had the nerve to say he's a good man. Yeah, he's a good man. To everybody who ain't paying attention, shit, a motherfucking magician's good at his work. Until everybody ain't paying attention, that's when the tricks are pulled. Everybody cheers for a great magician. You dig? Because the hand's quicker than the eye. So I don't know. I can't call him no good man. Every time I ever had to face him, he was on some punk shit. Feel me?
And I don't know if I can call him a good man, because shit, I think my dad was going to try to kill me down here. I'm not even going to stunt. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Or let somebody else do it. I don't know. I don't really know what he's on, but when I reflect back to it, it don't feel good. And the whole time I've been navigating through the Holy Spirit. You know what I'm saying? Through my discernment.
Because if not, they'd have got me. Shit. Instead of Lonzo. You dig? They put you down here right by this motherfucker so that they could get you. And see, he couldn't come get you because you would have recognized his monkey ass.
Yeah.
So they could send somebody else. But see, we got Lonzo first.
Yeah, plus the guy that I told my dad who molested me, the master police officer, he lived down here. You know, I didn't find that out until afterwards.
Yeah, follow him on Facebook. But he had to go running for cover when the motherfucking charges was found on him. He had to go running for cover until his heart ran out.
So, you know.
Yeah, we know. We're just trying to figure this out because we can share this because it's legitimate thoughts. You see what I'm saying? Because it don't make sense at all. None. But it makes perfectly good sense criminally.
Did you have a life insurance policy on me there? Did you have one, Shaquita?
Of course they did. One of them did. That's what they famous for. Yeah, that's why I mentioned it.
So yes, politics.
Yeah, see, that's why I mentioned it. When I said on the Facebook Live a long time ago, no, I don't want, we don't, I'll speak for both of us, fuck, we don't want no parts of your motherfucking inheritance or whatever you got in your will and take us off the motherfucking life insurance policy, nigga. So if it was one, trust me, you're gonna have to answer for that too. And if you took it off, you gotta answer for that. Oh, real country sausage, the best you ever tried. Take home a pound or two of Tennessee Pride. Well, I'm a different type of motherfucking monster. Take home a package of Tennessee Pride. But boy, I'm from Kentucky. Should have stayed your ass in Florida. But God wouldn't let that happen. Your dumb ass ran to her savior. You ran from her pedophile. Yeah, that's why you ran from Florida to Lexington. You were scared of somebody. You just got out of military prison. You can carry a gun on your side.
Yeah,
got a business downtown Havana. You can carry a gun on your side.
Nah, downtown Tallahassee.
Tallahassee, nigga, you just got out of
right next to, right by 4th Avenue
Street.
You
just got out of prison for selling heroin. What you did 3-4 years for when they be giving motherfuckers life for that shit in the military prison. And you was downtown motherfucking Tallahassee with a pistol on your side? Shit, tell me another story, nigga.
That's
and
awesome.
Your ass ran to Lexington, Kentucky.
That's awesome.
Because you ran from somebody. Somebody a little terror.
Yeah.
Because you ran from somebody. See, at first I thought it was Lonzo.
Me too.
But shit, you might have made your quota. They sent you somewhere else, you come to Lexington, the first thing you do is start a pager business. Huh. I wonder how many people went to prison the time you opened that motherfucking store up to the time you closed that motherfucker. I wonder how many motherfuckers went to jail fucking with you, fucking with the feds. That's a cold way to set motherfuckers up, a paging business. And then after you get to know who all the drug dealers is, then you take all their money on the back end with their children with the daycare. Oh, you cold with it, boy. You cold with it.
And see, what y'all don't understand is my dad's been moving through the education system for a minute. Like when he first got out of prison, my dad used to come to my middle school and talk to, you know, the misbehaving children or whatever, like a reform type thing. Like he would, they had him coming to the schools to talk to the children about, you know, staying out of trouble and staying focused on school and stuff like that.
Ain't that what T.I. did when he cut a deal with the feds? He had to do something like community service shit.
Yeah, but my thing is, why did he end up at all my schools? Why was they making him come to our schools? Like when I was in middle school, he was coming to, and there's people on here that have been in middle school with me. He was coming to Bellevue Middle School. Then when I was in at Bryan Station, he was coming to Bryan Station doing a career fair and cut people's hair and trying to get people to, you know, be entrepreneurs and stuff like that. So it's like every school that I go to, he's there, and then he's at the detention centers. You know what I mean? So Shaquita worked for the school systems as well, after school programs and on the community buses and all that. Charter schools, yeah. FSU, grants.
Then they jump into a stronghold in Lexington, Kentucky. Out of all the people in Lexington, he gets to come from a whole other place and start a business that people with plenty of money with the same idea didn't get to do. How you get to do that?
At the perfect location,
look,
fork in the road.
But listen, real talk. It's already black
That's
people.
That's between East and West and North.
It's already black people in Lexington that had enough money. They could have started a paging business. It wasn't because they didn't. It wasn't because they didn't have smart enough to do it. It was because they couldn't do it. Because white people don't let you do nothing but get a barbershop, a liquor store, you know, the regular MO. You jump into communications on the cutting edge of communications. Man, them white people ain't letting you do that shit unless you work for them. How you be the only nigga to get a paging business before any other black person that's from Lexington? Shaquita. Because your family's connected. That boule shit, that black boule shit. That's why you came back to Lexington. I believe you ran, hoe ass nigga. Had kids. How you gonna be a mentor for children? What success stories do you have? Look,
That's
make
what I
us
wanna know.
look, make us look foolish. This is how you shut me up. Get one of your mentees on there who has had a successful life. I mean, he's married, got children, got a boyfriend on the side. I'm talking about, man, bro, don't play with me. If you bring anybody to the table, trust me, I'm gonna run their ass under the motherfucking ringer. So you mention anybody who you fuck with, who serves God, got a wife, loves their family, giving back to the community, ain't on that bullshit you on. You give me at least one. You give me one. Well, I'm gonna tell you something. This is how my mom used to tell me.
Auntie,
Yeah, that's my niece. But that's my niece, Tamira. But anyway, let me tell you how my mom used to tell me. Prove me wrong. That's how you do that. Get a good old mentee and show me one of your mentees and tell me how that work out.
I know that's
Please,
right.
Angela. You okay? Well, you got to call the police to get your phone, get your stuff back. That's how I got to work. Did you do it? Did you do it? Did you get in trouble? Like yeah, it is. But listen. I'm gonna call you back in like 15 minutes. Okay? Okay? All right. She just likes to murder bread. I hear it. But I'll tell you about it. Come on, man.
No, baby, you was talking. Boy.
No, I'm just saying, prove what I said was produce a mentee. Produce somebody that you know, babe, do you want to talk about?
No, bro,
Okay,
that's
well, produce a mentee. That's what we asking to do.
I'm not to use the bathroom.
Let's stop it anyway.
No, buddy, come on, babe, finish talking. You doing good.
No, I was
You
done.
said produce. That's what I said earlier. Produce a mentee.
Look,
I'm about to use the bathroom. I have my stomach. That's good.
toothbrush.